I got my hat back. Nate just made these incredible spare ribs for us. Chinese spare ribs, top notch, on the griddle. Unbelievable. We'll take you through the process.
3 things. Velvet it, marinate it, cook it.
Yep.
For the velveting for the pork, we've got a 1/4 cup of water and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Okay, for the pork, I've got some center cut boneless spare ribs. These are a pretty fatty, tough cut, but this technique of velveting them really, it's amazing how much of an impact it has on the texture of the meat. It's really amazing. This is we've all had takeout Chinese spare ribs, so we're just gonna slice these down about as thin as we can, you know, somewhere around 1/8 of an inch. What helps a lot is the Dow Strong knife isn't ridiculously sharp, and I threw these in the freezer for an hour, 60 minutes, so they're a little firmer than usual. But you know, with the velveting process, if some of them come out a little thick, it's actually okay, because even on the thicker side of your slicing, they're still going to be really, really tasty, really tender. So that's it. You get 2.5 pounds of pork to cut up, so I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, this is where the magic happens. So we got all of our 2.5 pounds of cut up pork here. This is the baking soda and 1/4 cup of water. So just gonna make sure we have that mixed up, and that goes right over the pork. And then you gotta get in there and make sure that everything gets a good coating on it. Like really make sure every piece of pork is hit by some of that baking soda, because that's what's gonna tenderize it. So it's actually gonna, you'll see that, you'll notice none of that, what I just poured in, is in the bottom of the bowl. It almost immediately reacts with the protein in the meat, and it'll start to make the meat a little bit tacky. It'll make it a little bit like sticky, you know? And that's actually what you want. So make sure you've got everything mixed in. And then in there for 30 minutes. So you may be tempted to try to leave that stuff in the fridge for more than 30 minutes with baking soda on it. Don't do it. 30 minutes, trust me, is more than enough. You will be amazed. I was a little worried. I'm like, was this really gonna do anything in 30 minutes? It does, trust me. 30 minutes, we're gonna pull it out. For the marinade, we're gonna start with our 1/4 cup of honey, 3 tablespoons of white sugar, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of hoisin, our 1/4 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. That stuff is really strong. I mean, if you love it, feel free to add more. I'm not a huge fan, so just a tiny bit goes a long way for me. Got a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt and our tube of food coloring. That's a lot of red, but red food makes people happy. People like eating red. You're gonna have to mix this for a while. You can see it's starting to get that nice red color. Okay, so it's been exactly 30 minutes, and I've pulled the pork out of the fridge. Yeah, you see how sticky that is? Yep. So the baking soda is doing its job. Some cold water, and rinse the heck out of it. So we're gonna get all that baking soda and water off. That looks pretty good. Let's grab our beautiful red marinade. And this you really want to make sure you really get every piece coated. So I'm gonna sit here doing this for probably about 5 minutes. And then after that, It's in the fridge for 24 hours and then we're ready to cook. All right. So the first 2 steps are done. Jeff's here. He's not too late, which is nice.
What's up, guys?
Time to get this on the griddle. Nice to see you, Jeff.
Oh, by the way, Chris is here too, in case Nate forgot.
Who? Who?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
All right, so I got the griddle on high right now, but it's windy and cool out here today. Normally, I would probably have it on medium high. These have a lot of sugar in them between the honey and the white sugar, so you're gonna want to put down a significant bed of oil. And they're gonna cook fast. The nice thing about these is they're almost impossible to overcook because it's such a fatty cut. So just get them down as fast as you can.
Dump it all on there.
Well,
I think that'll
Dump
be a
it
mess.
all on and spread it
tough.
out.
It's tough to separate them if you dump it because they're cut so thin.
You're gonna be there till tomorrow.
Hey,
No, basically,
we waited for you and your chicken marsala when you were trying to take out your breaded chicken. I don't know if you remember that.
That's true.
That was like 17 minutes.
by the time I get to this end of the griddle, this end will be ready to flip. So that's part of my technique, sort of automatic built-in timing.
Wow. How many people are coming over?
It is a lot of ribs.
Are we doing the, what's the beef sticks next?
Teriyaki?
Teriyaki beef sticks? So chicken fingers being done inside, Nate?
You can see what an impact the wind has on the griddle.
Yeah.
Jeff, you want to
Smells good though.
Yeah.
start to hit this side with some extra oil?
Yeah.
Smells really good.
Really wish that wind would die down a little bit.
I'm loving the wind because that smell's coming right up my nose.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bringing the nice warm air with it, too. Thank God.
We are definitely in fall, guys. It's getting colder by the day here. I'm gonna have to move these griddles in the garages soon.
Yeah. One of our subscribers was talking about that in the survey we sent out. You guys want to mention the survey?
Yeah, so we threw a survey up on our community page. Anybody that feels or has a couple seconds just to fill it out. It's only a couple quick questions, 3-4 questions. And we're just trying to gauge, what people want.
Yeah, what do you want to see?
What's your experience? What you want to see from us? But maybe we'll repost that or do a link to it.
Why don't we put a link in the description of this video?
Put a link in.
Wow, this is
That's
a
a lot of,
lot of pork.
Hey, so much for your timer. You're messing that up.
I know. Well, the wind messed it up because it cooled down but it's good for everyone to know, right?
Yeah.
Last time I did this, it was a nice warm day with no wind. And
Right.
this stuff was done in like 2 seconds on medium high. Now I'm on high with the wind,
I'll tell you what.
And-
I love seeing you use the whole griddle, Nate.
Yeah.
kind of cooled everything down. But it's okay. These are really, really forgiving. You can just let these cook, guys. I mean, that velveting process that we did earlier with the baking soda, it really has a significant impact. Even when these are overcooked, they're still going to be tender.
Yeah.
She's pulling apart.
Nice. I get these guys working while I'm making drinks. Hurry up, guys.
Just get that drink going.
Hey, talk about the caramelization.
It's beautiful. You can smell it. You can taste it as you're flipping it.
Well, Nate's it's velveting, right? And velveting is basically baking soda.
I wasn't here for that.
Baking soda, it basically breaks it down. Actually, I don't know why it breaks it down. Nate, you don't care. I don't care. It breaks it down. But we know
It
baking
works.
soda breaks it down.
I don't care as long as it works.
And it comes out great.
That looks perfect.
This does look good.
So we got some of this blackening on here, guys. It adds to the flavor a lot. That's why I said don't worry about overcooking them. I mean, obviously you don't want briquettes, but some coloring is really good. All right, so we're trying something a little bit different this time, guys. A lot of the time we finish our cooks and Chris will taste it or I'll taste it, or we talk about what we think of it, right? But we're trying to be a little bit more scientific. So we have a scientific scoring system that the Griddle guys came up with to help you understand, what we think of the cook. So we'll put a graphic up on the screen. We ranked it in 4 categories: the cook complexity, the flavor,
the wow factor in the ingredient list, right? Scale is 1 to 5. 1 is always the worst, 5 is always the best. So somebody do some quick math. Where do we get a final score on this one? 8, 10, 12? Yeah, we got 12 out of 20 on this cook. So we ended up, on the cook complexity, we agree that it's a 2. Again, 5 being that you could do it super easy. 2,
It's a little more difficult.
A little bit more difficult. And the reason why is the velveting process, the cutting the meat, the fact that it takes 24 hours. That, you know, it's not like you're gonna get home from work and turn this out in 10 minutes for the family. Flavor-wise, we're a 4, right? I mean, these things taste really good.
At least
Chris,
a 4. Yeah.
Chris, you know, that was a big pile we had. Chris already ate half of it. We shut the camera off for
Very
5
good.
minutes.
I haven't eaten today.
He did.
Very good.
He did.
So yeah, the flavor is really, really good. Wow factor, we agree that it was a 4. You know, this is like, it's rare that you go to a barbecue or you're hanging out with somebody and they turn out like literally ribs that taste better
It's
than
impressive. Friends would like it. It's very good.
Yeah, it's
Delicious.
good stuff. And then the ingredient list is a 2. We scored that low because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't store Chinese 5-spice in my house. I typically don't have a lot of honey. You know, I had to make a trip to the store to get this stuff. And it might sit in my cabinet for 6 months until I make the same recipe again. So,
Hopefully not as long for this one. This one's good.
yeah. No, this is really good. All right, so that's the official Griddle Guy score. Let us know in the comments what you think about the scorecard, if you want to see more of that or less of that, whatever.
We should probably add a category, cost.
Good idea.
So there was 2 categories I was thinking of adding. Cost would be one, and cooking for a crowd. Like how easy does it translate to, you know, if you're having a barbecue or a social distancing event.
Big cook, small cook.
Big cook, small cook, you know.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for tuning in.
Subscribe. Hit the
Like
bell.
Guys soon.
Have a good one. See you next video.